Have you ever heard of a disease that turns people into trees? It may sound like a fairy tale or a horror movie, but it's terrifyingly real. This is the story of a condition so rare and so strange. It's called the Tree Man Syndrome. Its scientific name? Epidermodysplasia Verruciformis. It's an extremely rare, inherited skin disorder. But what makes it shocking is what it does to the human body. It causes hard, bark-like growths to appear on the skin. Warts, crusts, and lesions spreading across hands, feet, and even the face. These growths resemble tree bark, and they grow uncontrollably. The condition is linked to a defect in the immune system. Specifically, the body becomes extremely vulnerable to certain strains of the human papillomavirus, or HPV. Most people encounter HPV without symptoms. But for people with Epidermodysplasia Verruciformis, it's a nightmare. Their immune system can't fight off the virus. And so, warts begin forming all over the skin. Not normal warts. These are thick, horn-like, wood-like growths. They twist and harden like roots. One of the most well-known cases comes from Bangladesh. A man named Abul Bajanar became globally known as the Tree Man. His hands were completely covered in bark-like growths. He couldn't eat. He couldn't write. He couldn't hold his daughter. Over time, his hands began to resemble twisted tree roots. He underwent more than 20 surgeries in an attempt to remove the growths, but they kept coming back. Another famous case was Deed Kaswara from Indonesia. His story shocked the world in 2008. His warts had grown so large, his hands and feet looked like stumps. He could barely walk. Doctors removed 6 kilograms of growth from his body. But sadly, Deed passed away in 2016. There are less than 10 documented cases of this condition worldwide, and there's still no permanent cure. Let's break down the science. Epidermodysplasia verruciformis is caused by a mutation in 2 specific genes, EVER1 and EVER2. These genes help the immune system recognize and respond to HPV, but when they're mutated, the body becomes defenseless. HPV enters the skin, and instead of healing, the skin responds by growing abnormal lesions. Over time, these merge into massive bark-like tumors. Most people develop the first symptoms in childhood or adolescence. At first, they may look like harmless flat warts, but slowly they become darker, thicker, and rougher. And then they start to look like tree bark. There's more. These growths aren't just painful or disfiguring. They can become cancerous. People with this condition have a much higher risk of developing skin cancer, especially squamous cell carcinoma, usually before the age of 40. Even basic tasks like eating, walking, or holding objects become impossible. The condition takes away mobility. It isolates people socially, and it causes intense physical and emotional suffering. Now, you might be wondering, can it be treated? Unfortunately, there's no permanent cure, but doctors have tried several approaches. One method is surgical removal of the growths. This can offer temporary relief and restore some mobility, but in most cases, the lesions come back. Other approaches include asterisk retinoids, vitamin A-based drugs that slow down skin growth, interferon therapy, a way to boost the immune response, cryotherapy, freezing off the growths, laser therapy, burning the lesions layer by layer. Researchers are also exploring gene therapy in the future. If the genetic mutation could be corrected, the condition might one day be stopped entirely. But for now, that remains just a hope. Many people suffering from this condition live in poverty. They often can't afford the treatments, and they are shunned by their communities due to fear and misunderstanding. But awareness is growing. Medical teams from around the world have stepped in to help patients in countries like Bangladesh, Indonesia, and India. These are people who have suffered silently for years. People who look like they're turning into trees, but who are very much alive. and very human. Their stories remind us of how mysterious and sometimes cruel biology can be, how one tiny mutation can change a life forever. And they also remind us of something else, how much we still don't know about rare diseases, about viruses, about the immune system, and about the many hidden connections between humans and nature. Epidermodysplasia verruciformis is not just a medical condition. It's a biological puzzle, a mystery that continues to stump scientists. And until a true cure is found, the tree man syndrome remains one of the strangest and most haunting disorders known to medicine. Stay curious and never stop questioning the incredible and sometimes terrifying power of nature.